So hello everyone, OptiData is online and we want to discuss with you new features of McAfee Endpoint Security or McAfee ENS 10.7. Usually we make content in Ukrainian language since we are integrator of McAfee solutions on Ukrainian market, but we got many requests from the McAfee customers in other countries to make content in another language, and we don't want to use Russian, so we decided to make an English version of our short video. So my name is Vlad, and my responsibility is implementation of different McAfee security solution. Let's say endpoint security, encryption, data loss prevention, sandbox, and etc. etc. Also, I conduct training for customer personnel, and my hobby is dynamic malware analysis. So, sorry for untranslated slides. I don't have enough time to do this, but I will promise that I will do my best to explain you what's new in ENS 10.7. Again, this video is not intended to teach you how to use McAfee antivirus from the scratch, but for that case, I've done already a couple of blog posts. You can use Google Translate to understand what I write here. Basically, you can find here some examples of customizing ENS policies to defend of variety of cyber threats. Let's say I make some hard ENS policy hardening to protect the system from the macros, from the Internet Explorer exploit, and etc. 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 So if you need step-by-step guide, please, you can find it by these links. And what I want to show you today, I will remind you what level of protection can be set up with endpoint security, and after that I will shortly show you what's new and make a live demo. Okay, so endpoint security was a solution from the McAfee which replaced old or legacy version VirusScan Enterprise, and what I really like in ENS that it is modular solution, like AR assault rifle, yeah. So when you see when you have a lower and upper part in ENS, you have couple level of protection, and you always start from the minimal layer, yeah. For minimal protection, you need to deploy on the endpoint two packages. Platform and threat prevention. Platform give you base framework for other modules. Platform responsible from the graphic interface and logs. And threat prevention gives us on access scan, on DS scan, exploit prevention, and my lovely access protection rules. Yeah, this is the minimal. If this is not enough for you, you can go to the standard level. It means you can deploy additional two packages. First one is a firewall, second one is web control. I recommend to use web control or on any laptops because, you know, users can connect to the access point, to the Wi-Fi or mobile, and then they request from that laptops will go not through your corporate proxy. Firewall is well enough, but you need to customize rules table because default is not cover any requests, any customer requirements. And if we need really strong protection, we need to deploy adaptive threat protection, or ATP. ATP responsible for checking files reputation from the local database TIE or threat intelligence exchange. ATP also can submit executable file to the ATD, to the McAfee sandbox or advanced threat defense. And ATP, you definitely need it on the endpoints in case you want to deploy active response, because McAfee active response or MAR, they depends on ATP on the endpoint level. So again, ENS or McAfee Endpoint Security consists from 5 different parts. Green is minimal, which is basic. Blue is optional, and red is the maximum protection and more capabilities. So let's go to the new enhancements in new version. First of all, most excited and most cool feature of new version is enhanced remediation. What it means? It means when we have ENS deployed with ATP module, it is very important that we need ATP here. When we have ENS deployed and when some process or some application tries to manipulate with files, try to encrypt it, rewrite or delete, ENS will track this change and ENS will try to recover your files. I will show you later how it works. Next one, enhancements in real protect script scanning. ENS has already a possibility to integrate with Microsoft IMCI to better script scanning and detection. In this new version, we can get more context, more data to prevent fileless attacks. I remind you that fileless attacks, it's when bad guys try to use built-in operating system utilities or built-in capabilities to get some information to make it persist. Next one, story graph. Story graph, this is the readable, understandable visualization of threat events. I mean, in previous version, we have only text. So when some user runs something and this something try to do some bad things. Now we have story graph, and I also show how it looks later. Next one, first in history of ENS solution, we get possibility to run on-demand scan and to run updates from the CLI. It means you can do it by some scripts or call it by a McAfee active response of or EDR. And I also try to demonstrate this later. Again, next one, ODS scan CPU throttling. Some part of customers which used ENS, they complain that they have a problem with hardware resource consumption during ODS scans. So McAfee decided to give us possibility to choose how much percentage of CPU ODS scan will use. It's nice. Next one, reputation source configuration. This is very interesting for that customers who already deployed TIE, Threat Intelligence Exchange, local reputation server. So in case of network without internet access, you can choose by policy that ENS will get reputation only from TIE. Or again, if you don't have TIE, you can choose get reputation only from GTI, Cloud McAfee base. And last but not least, we have possibility to log all files which was scanned during ODS. It's nice. So let me show you these new features. And from from beginning, I would like to show you story graph, but to do this, I need to use some files. So let's enforce policy, and I have couple decoys which invokes PowerShell execution, an encoded command. Oh, sorry. And let me run it for you. So I was unpack it, and I have on access detection, yeah, because on access is good. So I will need to go to the settings and disable OS. Let me do this, and I will show you why I try to always use ENS with adaptive. So in case of I don't have on access, or I don't have fresh IAM core content, I do not like depend on signatures, because personally I think that signatures is never enough to protect from the modern threat. So let's start from the HTA. HTA is a common use for entry points in different attacks. But look, we have error in our scripts, and we have detection by adaptive. Adaptive solved that MSHTA tried to invoke PowerShell execution and just block it. So ENS protects me, and let's send this event to EPO, and let me switch to EPO, because story graph is that feature which we can see on the EPO in the threat event log. So I have adaptive threat protection block. This is here, and in previous version I told before that in previous version we can see only text messages. That was clear enough to understood what starts and so on. But in 10.7, McAfee gives us possibility to see story graph. It means like, hey, MSHTA, this is the part of operating system, and it is trusted. PowerShell, it is also part of Windows operating system, but PowerShell was invoked to execute some base 64 encoded stuff, and this was very suspicious, so ENS decided to block it. So this is how story graph you can use it to distinguish false positives from real attacks. Then let me show you changes in the policies, because most part of new features of ENS, they need to enable it from the policy. So first of all, we will see a policy which applies to the platform package, ENS common. And please pay attention to this option. I will enlarge text. So when you will upgrade to the version 10.7, this option will be disabled by default. So you need check it manually. Local scanned files during on-demand scans. I will show you where you can find this log. Yeah. So this is the first one. Next, let's see ATP policy. So ATP, this is the model which gives us advanced possibilities like reputation checks, dynamic application, containment, real protect, scans, and etc., etc., etc. So, what we have here, enhanced script scanning from the AMCI integration, yeah, and let's see here, in previous version, you did not find this option in previous version, enable enhanced remediation. Enhanced remediation depends on the reputation check, yeah, because this mechanism, it runs only for suspicious applications. and you can set up automatically revert, so roll back. I will show you later how it works. And again, here you can see reputation source, and in case I have TIE in my infrastructure, I can set it so, ENS, you can get file reputation only from TIE or only from GTI. So this is the ATP and ODS, yeah, because it is threat prevention on-demand scan. So for those customers who has low-level specs hardware, look, if we choose in scheduled scan option, scan anytime, we can set maximum CPU usage. So you can use it to minimize ODS impact on your endpoints. So, and command line interface, let me show you how it works. So I will pop up McAfee agent monitor, and to use this feature, yeah, you need CMD, yeah, and you need to go to the program files, McAfee Endpoint Security, threat prevention, and there you will find executable which has name AMCFG. Yeah, if you run it with khelp, you can see that we have two options: update and scan. Let me show you an update. Yeah, so where we run update, again I will pop up monitor. So update in progress. Let's see. Yeah. So I do unschedule it, unplan it, immediately request for update, and agent makes it. Looks so. Agent communicate with CPO and try to get new versions of IAM core and other stuff. So this was update, and let me show you scan feature. Yeah, so scan help. Oh, as you can see, update can be run by regular user, but all operations with ODS needs to run from the elevated command prompt. It is not a problem. So let me do it quickly. So we have elevated command prompt, and again, program files, McAfee Endpoint Security, threat prevention, AMCFG, scan help. So what we can see is variety of options, and you can read help on the McAfee knowledge base. Let me show you quick scan. So what I need to do, I need scan, yeah, and I need make new task, quick, yeah, and I need action, yeah, start. It will start immediately, and I can see status. I can make it scan on pause, yeah, so I can interrupt, yeah. Again, I can fetch status, and I can resume, yeah, resume, yeah. And I was promise you to show where you can find this scan. So as you can see in this log, listed all files which was checked by ODS, yeah. And again, when I run it manually, where you can find this log, these logs are in C program data, McAfee Endpoint Security logs. Yeah, and you need to search by on-demand scan activity. All activity about ODS will write in this file. Yeah, so this is how it was. And again, I remind you that you can use this CLI functional in custom scripts or EDR. Yeah, this is the McAfee EDR cloud-based new one. Probably you saw McAfee Active Response MAR. It was previous version. This is the new one. And if you're interested, you can search my previous video. I will try to translate it on English. And what I want to do here, I just need to create custom reaction. So let's say MACFG update, yeah? And all I need to do to invoke immediately update check is to execute operating system command. And since I don't want to waste your time, I have already this string copied. So just a full path to this executable with k update. And again, you can use another command to run quick scan. Yeah, so I will use it for update and save. Now I need to make a quick real-time search. Yeah, to get list of active endpoints. So host info. Yeah, to execute this custom reaction and to show you how it can be done. Yeah. We will need to wait some time. Oh yeah, so this is my endpoint, yeah, and I will pop up agent monitor again. So I select this role that you will see and custom. This is my custom reaction update, and I will confirm. And now agent will request update again. This time I will do it from the EDR. Yeah, but EDR is not a topic of today discussion, so I will back to the endpoint. And most important and most interested part of demo is enhanced remediation. Yeah, so as you probably know, attacks which involve ransomware is very often in nowadays. Yeah, whole corporation, whole business are struggle from ransomware attacks. So let's make long story short. Yeah, this is the one of my test virtual machines, and I have my pictures. This is me. Yeah, and this is my colleague Konstantin. So I will show you how endpoint security can defend and can protect you against ransomware and how this can be done automatically. But to show you this, I need to disable a couple of things. First of all, I will temporarily cut internet connection. Why? Because I don't want to ENS connects to GTI, because ENS will block ransomware execution in earlier steps. Yeah? So in initial steps, yeah. Then I will disable on access scan because this ransomware sample detects by OIS. Yeah? I disable on access, and since I have adaptive, again, advanced remediation is responsible of adaptive threat protection module. In adaptive, I will disable offline real protect because real protect will prevent this ransomware to run. And again, in the action enforcement, I will disable DAC, dynamic application containment, and I will disable blocking. I was enabled only enhanced remediation and change reputation level might be malicious. Okay, so and apply. And you see Windows 7 told me, oh, you leave me unprotected. So now we are ready, and I will show, yeah, this is the real WannaCry. This is the one sample which did not check that domain and will start encrypt immediately. So I'm play like a regular user, you know, the stuff. I click something and then all disappeared. So I run ransomware, and so you can see they already create copies of my files, yeah, and then WannaCry will be delete original one and left only encrypted, yeah. So let's wait. Oh, so now my photos is disappeared. My photos is corrupted. So but I don't want to pay them. I don't want to pay them to get my photos back. So what I can to do? Yeah. Again, this is I make this demonstration special for you. So I enable internet connection again, and and most valuable part of this technology that enhanced remediation does not does not invoke shadow copy, because as you see here, WannaCry tries to delete all shadow copies, but this is not a problem for endpoint security. Yeah. Then let's wait. Yeah. What is now in the background? Yeah. So if we have alert, we have security alert. Let's just wait. In the background, endpoint security, when ENS receives reputation information, they trace all files activity of ransomware, and ENS now will try to get my photos back. It depends on the amount of files which was encrypted, so it was some 1 or 2 minutes. Again, don't think that this is the silver bullet or something. This is last resort. This is last echelon of protection. I mean, if we get policy proper customize it, you will never trap it in a situation where ransomware executes something. Yeah. So this is the worst scenarios. And hey, look, there's something changed. Yeah. So ENS tries to roll back changes which was made by ransomware. Yeah. Let's wait 1 more minute, and as you can see, wallpaper background with ransom note was disappeared. It was done by ENS. Again, I want to pay your attention that all this operation was done automatically. I don't change non-policy on EPO. I don't change on the product settings. Yeah, I disabled load protection stuff, and hey, my photos are back. So that's why McAfee Technologies is awesome. Yeah. So again, this is not invoke shadow volume copy. Yeah. And this was done automatically by endpoint security without interaction of EPO administration or EPO operator. And this is cool. Yeah. So let me switch to the presentation. And this was all from the perspective of live demo, and there is a couple of slides. So I want to pay your attention. First of all, if you need strong protection, you definitely need to create your own customized policy. Default policy is never intended to get you maximum protection. Default policy is all about maximum compatibility, not protection. ENS could be, and you need to use ENS on the legacy systems and or on that systems which did not get updates properly. I mean, Office, I mean Windows, and etc., etc., etc. And a couple things about countermeasurements, yeah? So this is the, maybe this will be stupid, but you need to try to keep your systems update as possible. Operating system, Office package, and browser. Because three main entry points for malware. First one, this is the phishing by email. Second one is a downloading of malicious code by proxy or by browser. And third one is removable media. In perspective of content inspection, try to avoid possibility for your personnel, for your users to download potential malicious files like scripts, untypical archive formats like LZH and other, ISO, MSI, and etc., etc. And again, if you're dealing with systems which cannot upgrade or update properly, try to control, try to mitigate possibility to run PowerShell, equation editor, CMD, or Windows host script from the account of regular user. And pay attention to the persistent. I remind you that malware usually can use four different type of persistent. A startup folder on file system, it means registry, yeah, HKU or HKLM, task scheduler, or services if it was privilege escalation. Yeah, and again, not all, but many malwares use blank or non-standard user agent when they communicate with control server. So pay attention to your proxy logs. And this is all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for untranslated slides, but I think that I show you why McAfee is nice technology. So stay protected, subscribe our channel, and track our posts on the Facebook. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.